Welcome to our 8th and final installment of our series on strengths-based development for individuals and teams. I'm Jen Pasquale, founder of Lead with Curiosity, and it has been my privilege to have you along during this series. I hope it has provided a little bit of a glimpse behind the curtain as to the conversations I have both with individual clients, but also with the teams that engage for strengths-based development. What I wanted to end with is just a perspective on the kinds of environments where strengths-based work can really make a significant difference. So when I look at who I've worked with and where I feel like the impact has been the greatest, there's a couple of types of organizations or types of teams that tend to sort of bubble to the top for me. So where I have found strengths work to be really impactful is in organizations where there has been some kind of change in leadership, change in organizational structure, some kind of systemic shift that has created a little bit of uncertainty, maybe even a little bit of trust concerns for the employees of that organization, where we need to shore up some of that trust and help build that community in a different way is a great place for strengths work to be brought in. Sometimes that means there's just new leadership. Sometimes it means there's an entire organizational shuffle. In either case, strengths work can help set a solid foundation for who we are, how we're going to show up, and how we're going to support each other. So that's one example. The other place I've seen it work incredibly well is where a team has a little bit of friction. So what we will often find is conflict often is rooted in some kind of misunderstanding. We have made a perception or a judgment about someone, and maybe that is not entirely accurate. And so what strengths work can help us do is start to peel some of those layers back and start to understand at a more foundational level, who is this person and how are they showing up? What do they need and what do they bring to the organization? And what I find is sometimes conflict can naturally reduce as we gain that understanding and we really lean into that curiosity of who are my colleagues and what do they need from me and what do I need from them? So if you're having struggles with conflict, communication, collaboration, these are all places where strengths work can really help to give you just a different footing and give you a totally different language for who everyone is in that organization. Individually, strength work is useful in a lot of different settings. I've used it with, new leaders who are still trying to kind of figure out how they want to show up. They want to understand what their leadership style is from a strengths perspective and have the language to communicate that to the people that they're leading. Other folks that I've worked with a lot are in career transition or in life transitions and are finding themselves a little bit stuck. For me, strengths work was pivotal at a time when I felt very lost, honestly, and needed it to help kind of recenter me on who I was and what my value was. And so folks who are feeling those similar things often find this work to be not just informative, but I think comforting, largely in really being able to own who you are. So those are just some examples of how I've seen the work be beneficial. If you have further questions or you'd like to learn more, please click the button below. I'd love to put some time aside to meet with you. And I look forward to it. Thank you so much for being part of the series, and please share it with someone that you feel would benefit from it. The entire series will be on our website at leadwithcuriosity.co, and we look forward to seeing you there. Thanks so much.